Hi, Ashley. Where are you? I'm in the dressing room disinfecting my cut. I'm so sorry about attacking you. I thought it was an oil drum, but it was you in a wedding dress. How could you possibly confuse me with an oil drum? First of all, why would you try to attack it in the first place? It was the same color as your dress. Plus, I think I'm a little buzzed. I always check the oil drum to see if it's safe because I heard some rumors on TV that there's dangerous stuff in it, like a bomb or a trap. Do you always check it by drop kicking it? Yeah, seems like that's how you check if it's safe or not. I see. I don't know what TV show you watched, but that's an interesting way to check. I forgot the title, but I watched the show where people drop kick different things and see what happens. It was entertaining. I'll let you know if I remember the title. Okay. Anyways, can I excuse myself now? My cut is better now and I need to take pictures to upload on social media, so talk to you soon, Stella. Oh wait, I wanted to talk to you about something in person, and also apologize about the incident earlier. If it's better to talk here, then I have no problem with that. Is here okay? Sure. Again, I'm so sorry for attacking you. I just wanted to protect you from danger. I appreciate your concern, but please check carefully next time because you scared me and hurt me. Will do. Oh, and what did you need to tell me? I want to ask you a favor, actually. What is it? It's an order, to be exact. Do you want me to go buy you something for you? I'm wearing a wedding dress and pretty busy now, so that's not possible. Sorry. No, can you listen to me? Do you have a problem with someone in my family? Do you want me to change flowers? Do you want to change your seat? Shut up and listen to me! Sorry, I just asked you those questions because you always have a problem with something, so what is it then? Not this time. I want you to send me $6 grand every month. $6 grand. Seriously. Yes. Why? Well, I was going to only ask you for $3 grand, but you kept on interrupting me and pissed me off, so I made it $6 grand. How did I piss you off? You just did, okay? I don't think that's the reason. I bet you just have a problem with me, right? I think you were still going to ask me for $6 grand pissed off or not. Shut your mouth! Wow, I can't believe that Zane is marrying an idiot. Excuse me? You heard me. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be called an idiot by someone who mistakes an oil drum for a person. Well, it's not my fault that you're fat and look like one. Oh, so you kicked me on purpose. Why did you lie to me? Because out of all the girls in this whole world, he decided to choose you. And he made the right choice. No, he made a terrible mistake. He should have chosen someone better than you. Didn't you at least think about losing weight for today? I don't need to because I look fabulous. Being fat leads to diabetes and high blood pressure, you know. Yeah, it is true that being fat can increase the risks of those health problems, but there are people who are healthy like me. So you should stop making assumptions like that. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, you better pay me $6 grand every month, okay? Why do I need to pay you? Because you're marrying a genius that I gave birth to. I need to pay you just for that reason. Of course. Do you know how much it took for me to raise him perfectly? He's handsome, works at a top position in an elite company, and made a lot of accomplishments for the company. Think of it as education fees. I have no clue what you're saying, but there's no way I can pay you $6 grand every month. If it's every 6 months, maybe I can, but I won't. You really don't know how anything works, do you? You always have to pay a price to get something. I see. But I don't think that matters now, so I'll happily marry him whatsoever. Wow, Zane is very kind to get engaged to a woman who only has a brain like a bird. He's so perfect, a true gentleman. That's some kind of insult mixed with whatever you just said. You probably don't understand what I said, so I'll explain it simply. He's so perfect that you don't deserve him. I'm sorry you feel that way. I know you love him and want the best for him, but he chose me, and I chose him. We're happy together, and we support each other. I hope you can accept our relationship and be happy for us. I will not accept your relationship whatsoever, but if you plan on paying me, I'll let you marry him. How does that sound? This is a joke, right? No, I'm being serious. Can I ask your husband about this? I wonder what he's going to say about this. I hope he disagrees with this nonsense. You don't need to ask him because he agrees with me. Actually, he was the one that said these things in the first place. What? Seriously? He's a chill person, so I thought he would never say that. Well, you thought wrong, so why don't you just give up and pay us every month? If not, I'm going to make him call off the wedding, okay? Is that a threat? Nope, I'm being serious right now. Wow, I'm going to talk to Zane about this because this is ridiculous. Hey, Zane, do you have time to talk now?
Yeah, call or text.
Texting is fine because I know you're getting ready for the wedding.
Yeah, I still need to have my hair styled by the stylist and get dressed. You got ready early.
I actually came 3 hours ago. I wanted to take pictures for my social media. I took about 300 already.
Oh wow! I hope you got some good shots. Can you show me those after the wedding?
Sure, I'm definitely going to end up with 1,000 pictures today. I want to see your pics before the wedding also.
Okay, I will take a few pictures while I'm getting ready. Is that okay?
Of course.
Anyways, I just noticed that you sent me screenshots of conversations between you and my mom. I'm really shocked. She hurt you and said the meanest things to you. I'm happy that she's proud of me, but she went too far. Can't believe that she called you fat. You're not okay?
Thank you, Zane. What should I do about paying them $6 grand every month? If I don't listen to them, they're gonna cancel the wedding ceremony.
That's ridiculous. $6 grand is a lot of money.
I mean, I have enough earnings to send your parents money.
Do not send them money, okay? I love my parents, but they are really rude and disrespectful. I've always thought that something was off with the personalities, but I didn't know they were this rude. Also, I know they waste their money on unnecessary things, and they never helped me when I needed them, so they won't do anything in return.
I never met people like your parents in my life. I thought that I could get along with your dad because he was a chill person, but boy was I wrong. Sorry to say this, but I don't want to have them as parents.
You don't need to be sorry. I'm tired of them, actually. Hey, why don't we use this opportunity to cut ties with them?
What? Are you okay with that?
I also have been paying rent for my parents' house, so if I cut ties, I don't need to pay it anymore. Ha ha ha!
Do you think that they'll just cut ties with you that easily?
Yep, I know they will.
Great, we should plan something then.
Definitely. My mom still thinks I'm a well-behaved son who works at a top company, so I will still act like the elite me.
What should I do?
How about telling her that I lost my job or something? I'm pretty sure she will have a sudden change in attitude.
Sounds good. Wait, isn't she gonna be worried about you though?
She only thinks about herself, so probably not.
Really? I think she loves you because she brags about you a lot.
You'll see her true colors after you tell her.
I seriously want to know, so I'll send her a chat in a little bit. I just want to take a few more pictures.
Of course. Thank you, Ashley.
Hi, Stella. I talked to Zane. Okay, and I haven't got a proper answer from you yet. Are you going to pay the $6 grand every month or not? No, I won't pay for it. So is it okay to cancel the wedding like I said? I canceled it already, actually. What? Yeah, so you guys can go home. Wait, what? I don't want to pay $6 grand every month, so I thought it was better if I canceled the wedding before you did. You made the right choice. Good to hear. He deserves someone way better than you. Just to let you know, Zane will be leaving with me also. You guys didn't break up? Nope, why would we? Did you think that canceling the wedding means breaking up? Looks like he wants to cut ties with you also. He's the one that said that? Yes, he's embarrassed that you're forcing me to pay you guys every month. He also said that he can't pay for your rent anymore. What? Seriously? He's paid well, so he should have no problem paying for it. He doesn't have a job now, actually. You didn't know? What? He didn't tell me about this. Are you lying? I'm not lying. You may already know, but he's a very good salesman. But his performance began to decline from about 2 years ago, and he couldn't cope with that anymore. So he stopped going to the office 6 months ago. Did he have a mental breakdown or something? Yes, he did. He just gave up and didn't go to work. He stays in his room almost all day doing nothing. What? He doesn't go to work because of that stupid reason? I mean, there seemed to be a lot of pressure because it was a big company. He shouldn't be that weak because he's my child. Mine! Why don't you talk to him about it? I will. You don't need to tell me that. Zane, it's Mom. You said that you were going to cut ties with us. Please tell me that you were joking.
Oh, you heard from Ashley? I'm not joking. I will cut ties with you.
Why? We've given you a good life, haven't we?
You did. But I can't forgive you for disrespecting and insulting Ashley. And there is no way I'm letting her pay you $6,000 every month.
I just told her the truth.
You need to watch your words because it can affect the other person's feelings. How would you feel if someone told the truth about yourself in the same way you told her? I know you will feel hurt and angry.
So what? I won't listen to them and just move on.
That's you, though. People take it differently.
Whatever. Hey, what's the story about you having no job? This is what I wanted to ask you the most.
You heard from her, right? I haven't been working for this past 6 months. I was able to pay for your rent because I had quite a lot of savings left, but not anymore.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so please start paying for the rent next month.
You're not going to help me?
No, because there's no need to. Plus, like I said, I have no money.
Wait, how did you pay for the wedding, though? If you have no money, there's no way you could have paid for it.
Ashley paid for everything.
Wow, seriously? I don't remember raising you this way. Okay, you know what? You're nothing to me now.
Oh my god, here we go again with this. You don't love me. You just love yourself for giving birth to me. Plus, you guys just use me for money.
Say whatever you want, but you're not a part of this family anymore.
You guys are really toxic parents.
We're going to cut ties, right? That's fine with me. I wasted my time talking to you. Bye. Ashley, didn't you guys cancel the wedding? Why are my relatives sending pictures of the wedding? We actually canceling the wedding. I'm excited for the wedding reception. What the hell? We're on our way back home. Why didn't you tell us? It's simple. We didn't want you guys here. Can you explain to me why Zane's bosses are there? Didn't he quit? Oh, that was a lie. He's still working hard and well, and he's even ranked #1 in business performance. What? It was just a test to see if you really loved him, but you don't love him even a little. You know what? We're going back. He's very important in my life, so I'll be attending the wedding. So you decide to show up because you know that he still works and gets paid a good amount? Wow. I have no words to say to you right now. But I don't blame you because you need to pay off debt, right? What? Sorry, but I overheard your relatives talking about it in the smoking room. So you were spending money because you thought Zane would take care of it later, right? Hey, what the hell were you doing in the smoking room? I wasn't in it. I was getting dolled up for the wedding reception and it was close to the smoking room. You just wanted to keep him so he'll pay for it, right? No, that's not true. I was spending money because I had to pay for some urgent things. What urgent things? Like medical expenses, groceries, and transportation costs. Zane is right next to me, but he told me that he paid for those and that he knows you're lying. I know that you don't want to let go of him, but we already cut ties. So you guys are just strangers, so don't think about coming back. No, please. I'm in a tough situation now, so please understand. I can't pay the rent for next month, and I can't tell my husband about the debt. Yeah, and doesn't matter to me. Anyway, we'll go there from now. You're a nice person, so you'll listen to my story, right? This is your last warning. Don't come back or I'll report you to the venue. And they'll force you to leave. Nice, huh? It's kind of creepy when a mean person suddenly becomes nice. Please don't say that. I was worried about my son all along, so I may have sounded mean. Sounded mean. You called me fat, an idiot, and even kicked me. Look, I'm so sorry about everything. I will apologize. Sorry, but it's too late now. Please, can you let him talk to me? You don't need to pay for the $6,000 anymore. How's that? He said he doesn't want to talk to you. At this point, the $6,000 doesn't matter anymore. I'll live peacefully with Zane and make sure not to become like you in the future. Bye. Wait, you and Zane are the only two I can rely on. Who's this? I don't know you. Now, will you excuse me? The wedding reception is about to start. Zane's parents arrived at the venue, but our reception was over and we'd already left somewhere for the after party. They reached out to all the relatives, and when they finally arrived at the after party, it was over and nobody was there. They ended up not being able to meet us, but we didn't mind at all. Stella's husband eventually found out about her debt and got so furious that he divorced her. She now lost the last person who she can rely on, and she now lives in the streets because she couldn't pay for anything. On the other hand, we moved to a new house, starting a new life. Zane is still working hard at the company, and even if he lost his job, I'll still love him. I know that I'll be happy living with him.
Having a 42-year-old unmarried shut-in living with us is so frickin' dumb. At first, I thought you were coming here in order to take care of us, but all you've been doing is sitting in that room of yours. I can't believe you even have to live here at your family's house when you're still 42. Are you not embarrassed? First of all, I'm 41 right now. Who cares what difference 1 year makes when you're that age? An old hag like you needs to get lost. Say that all you want, Danny, but this is my family's house. You guys were the one who got married out of nowhere, and before you guys were even a thing, I had things going on in my life. What? Annoying. You are always such a gloomy person, and it shows by the way you text me here. Let me just tell you something right now, Jill, since I have your eyes right now. Normally, people are leaving their parents' house when they're in their 20s and don't stick around as long as you have. Most people end up going to college as well, so they're out of their parents' place and in a dorm before they're even 20. Yet when it comes to you, Jill, how old are you really? I told you I'm 41 years old right now. That's absolutely right. In other words, you've been preparing to leave your parents' house for the past 20 years now, right? However, I'm not so sure you actually have been, since you're still acting like this house is all yours. I think you should start worrying about how you look to everyone else around you, Jill, because you're looking very parasite-like. Hold on one moment. I'm starting to believe there is some kind of a misconception here. Right now, I'm not leeching off my parents' house, and I'm actually here supporting everyone. Which means that there is no way I can just get up and leave this house like you've asked me to. That was quite a good lie you had there. Could that point to something else about you? Maybe the inside of your head is less brains and more hot air. You really think you're helping your family out right now? Do you think I have no idea what's been going on in your family this whole time? But I'm telling the truth. And it's not that I don't think you have any clue. Rather, I want to know what you do know about my family. What I know is that you, Jill, have been living in your parents' house this whole time as a parasite and a single old hag. But that's only natural, right? Had you gotten married like a good little girl, you would have been out of here by now and with a man. But all I've heard from your family is that you just sit in that room all day long playing video games. I'm going to be blunt with you here. Is there a reason for you to be alive anymore? Excuse me? Why am I having to hear crap like that from you, of all people, right now? Now, let me tell you something that I hope sets your mind straight. I am not some shut-in who plays video games all day. I just told you what I'm doing here. I'm supporting my family. I get that I'm in my room all day, so you have that right, but the rest of what you're saying about me is all wrong. I'm sorry about that. So you're one of those people now. What do they call you? Family security guards? I guess you've always been protecting this house from all the scary monsters in your video games. It really is special that we have a shut-in in this house who is taking care of all of us. I just told you that is not the case at all here. And who the heck says something like a family security guard? Are you really in your 20s right now? Actually, if you're going to talk to me like that all the time, I have something I'd like to ask you. Why would you get married to my little brother when you guys have such an age gap? You derailing our conversation like that isn't all too kind of you, because I have to rethink everything I was about to say. Well, it's fine, Jill. I'll give you my answer. You and I both know that I would never have been able to marry a man his age without the love we share, right? And I must say, your little brother, he's a wonderful daddy for me. I already know that with my looks, I could get any man around my age, but getting someone closer to the age of my dad? Well, that was a tricky game for me to play. Sure, he was in love with me the moment he laid his eyes on me, but it took a while for me to consider him. But after realizing that I love him too, I fell into his arms. So if it wasn't for love, why else would we have gotten married? What about money? There's also the fact that you might be wanting to get this house from my parents someday. We all know that my brother is getting up there in age and is almost 40 now, which means there is close to a 20-year age difference between you and him. With almost a 2-decade gap, are you guys really able to talk to one another often? When it comes to what we talk about, all I have to do is talk about the things he likes. Now, would you please stop making fun of my ability to communicate with an older man? In other words, you guys aren't naturally talking to one another. But that makes total sense since you were raised in different times pretty much. Is that really the kind of marriage you want to have for the rest of your life, Danny? Wait, what was that? Are you trying to suggest that your younger brother and I get a divorce now or something? I'm sorry to say this, but I am not going to let go of my husband. Between him and I, there is a very deep love that we share. Wait, I don't really care about the relationships of other people normally. This time, I was just wondering how things were going between you two, and it kind of helps me with my job a little. Knowing how couples talk to one another and such. I also wanted to know what you thought it was like being married to an older man and how you feel you've been viewed by those around you. This was a good chance for me to ask about that, so thank you for answering me. Jesus, you really are taking your job as the family security guard very seriously there, Jill. You're wanting to talk about relationships within the household and about how I feel about your brother to make sure he's safe. But let me tell you something. Protecting and caring for your brother is my job now. You should be more than aware of that now, right? I can't believe you. I feel like you've really taken that self-proclaimed job of yours a little too seriously. Listen here. I understand that I'm in my room a lot of the time, but don't start calling me the family security guard. Are you sure you're not confusing me for some kind of a nerd? I am not in here playing video games all day or watching movies. I am in here taking my job very seriously and making sure that I get all of my work done each and every day. Aha, that's totally right. I'm so sorry for thinking anything besides that. But you can cut it out now with all of that. All I care about right now is when you will be getting out of this house. Are you trying to hint at you moving into this house with us? I don't want to live there with you. How about you read what I'm typing instead of going off topic again? The only reason I'm asking all of this is because I want you to leave that house as soon as possible. I'll have you leave that house within the next month or two, and then I'll be moving into there with your brother. What do you think you're saying, Danny? Tell me, what has my brother said to that idea? Well, if you'd like to know, Reed has agreed with me and wants the same thing. By the way, that guy would never be able to say no to any of my ideas. I mean, that guy knows just as well as the rest of you that he's not cut out for me, so it wouldn't be crazy if one day I grew bored of him and just left. So he's always trying to suck up to me and keep me by his side. Is it really healthy for you to have a mindset like that about your relationship? As someone who's never been in a relationship before, I don't want to hear it from you. Well, I'm sure you don't. I don't know a whole lot about things like relationships, so I still have plenty to learn. If only you were 20 years younger, Jill. Then a comment like that would actually be kind of cute. But hearing an old hag saying that right in front of me, I'm surprised I'm not vomiting yet. Yeah, all right. Anywho, if you're really wanting to come to my family's house to live here, then let's make sure to have a proper discussion about it next time. And if we're able to come to an understanding, then you can come live here with my parents and I for good. The one who should be worried about continuing to live in that house or not is you, Jill. I've already told you what I want from you, and that's your butt getting out of that house as soon as possible. There is no reason for us to have any discussions about this when everyone already thinks the same thing as me. I am giving you 1 week now to get out of that house. Wait, you can't be serious. Didn't you just say you'd like me gone within a month? Also, we have to have a conversation about something as impactful as you moving in and me moving out. If you don't start listening to what I want to say, then you're going to be the one regretting this decision. Shut the hell up, you old hag. You really think threatening me with the old "you'll regret it" stick is going to work on me? Just shut up and get out of that house already. I'm trying to tell you that something like this isn't going to work out in the end.
Come on now, Jill, look. Were you saying some really mean things to Danny just a second ago? Is there something really that wrong with you? You're 20 years older than she is almost, and yet you act far more immature than her. I bet it's because all you do is sit around in Mom and Dad's house, never doing anything with your life besides gaming. Has not leaving their house for so long shrunk your heart to microscopic size?
Huh? Reed, I haven't said a single thing to her today that was mean. What the heck was she telling you?
She told me that you don't want to leave Mom and Dad's house at all. And that when she brought up the fact that she wants to move in with them, you started telling her that she'd regret living in their house without paying any rent. To me, that sounds like you threatening her. I don't care that I'm your brother. If you're going to start hurting my little Danny, I'm not going to forgive you.
Huh? I never said anything like that to her. I wasn't even saying anything that was going to hurt her. Actually, the only person being intentionally hurt that whole time was me after all the things she said.
Is that right? Then tell me right now what she was saying to you then.
Not only was she calling me a 42-year-old hag, but she also started to call me a single shut-in. She then went on to say me living in this house at my age is crazy and that I should be embarrassed by it.
I see. I'm sorry to say this, but all of those are facts, right? And I have to agree with what she was saying to you, Jill. I think you being 41 and still living with your parents is a pretty crazy and shameful thing.
Reed, what the heck are you going on about right now? Don't tell me you forgot the reason for why I'm here right now. Both Mom and Dad got into some extreme debt and needed help with it pronto. They asked the both of us for help, but before they could even finish explaining themselves and what happened, you ran off and never came back, right? Yet after a while of being off the grid, you just decided to come back and act like you own this family.
That's all bits and pieces of the past now, Jill. Back then I was young and didn't know any better. I also happen to be the little brother, so I just assumed you'd do something to handle everything for them.
And that's what I've been doing, Reed. But you never ever seem to understand that I have things going on in my life that have led to this point, and a lot of those things have been caused by you.
Are you serious? You know it's kind of uncool to be crying about the past and acting like I should be sorry for it. I'm pretty sure you always bringing up things like that all the time is why you're still single, right?
What did you say? The reason I am 41 and still single is because I've never had any time to do anything besides take care of this family thanks to you. Back before you ran off, I had plans to finally go overseas and study at school in Denmark, and I even had my visa ready. But you just ran away from Mom and Dad, so I had no choice but to stay here and take care of them. And now I've been stuck here paying everything off for them.
All right already. I really don't care for your sob stories. They are all seriously uncool. Sorry that you had to be born the older sister and have parents stuck in debt, but that's not all my fault, right? That's just the way things are for you and for all the other older sisters in this world.
But you're the man of the family, Reed.
I might be, but I have an older sister in the family who can take care of everything for me. And all I've ever been told in life is that the oldest takes the burdens of the family while the youngest gets to do as they please.
What the actual hell? Whoever has been telling you things like that must be a spoiled brat. Honestly, you haven't changed one bit from the Reed I knew years and years ago. All you did was go out and grow a bit older before coming back to cause chaos again.
But I have myself a young and beautiful girlfriend now, right? I've come to learn that I'm a very good-looking guy, because I was able to get someone half my age and as hot as she is to sleep with me all the time.
Wait, you guys aren't even married yet? She was telling me before that you guys tied the knot and that she's your wife now.
She just likes to say that to keep all the other women away from me because I'm just that good-looking.
Well then, that means you're almost 40 yourself, yet haven't been married yet. And something must be going on there between you two, right? I mean, she's almost 20 years younger than you, so there can't just be love involved in your choice. What else is there?
Stop trying to compare me to someone as shameful as you. The reason why I've been able to land myself such a young woman is because of my looks and my hard work. Look, I've been working for almost 20 years now, right? So I have all of that money saved up in my account ready for her to spend. That house Mom and Dad are in will soon become mine, so I'm like a sugar daddy to her.
You're gravely mistaken, Reed. Because that house you bring up that you think is yours, you threw away on your way out, right?
What are you going on about now? All I did was leave the house to go and live on my own and grow. But I'm still the man of the house, which means that I'll be getting the house next from Mom and Dad, right?
Huh? I thought you just said you're the little brother and everything was up to your older sister to take care of. Stop acting like everything is in your favor here, bud. You can't just change your title whenever you feel like it. Either you're the little baby brother or the man of the house, but not both.
You could call me a man of wisdom, all right? Well, so be it. Because of me leaving that house for a while and all of you guys behind, you were able to live in that house with Mom and Dad rent-free, right? You don't have any rights to that house, so if it wasn't for my kindness, where would you be at right now?
Are you frickin' kidding me?
However, that rent-free lifestyle you've grown to enjoy is coming to an end now. So get the hell out of my house.
If you really want me out of this house, then why don't you come say that to my face? I want to see what kind of balls you've developed after leaving your family, and that will decide whether you get this house or not. Danny, what the hell do you mean you threw all of my things away? Why the hell would you do that? I thought I told you already, right? You had 1 week to get all your things together and get out of the house. Yet after a week, it didn't seem like you'd be getting out of the house, so I had to become a bit more pushy is all. I made sure to put all of your things into trash bags and throw them into an industrial dumpster. The garbage truck already came by, but if you make a break for the landfill, I'm sure you'll be able to find some of your things. You bitch, not only have you come into someone else's house in order to force them out, but you threw all of their things out as well? What the hell are you thinking? I told you already. How many more times am I going to have to say this to you? I wanted you out of this house, yet you didn't budge. Luckily, I figured out the one time each and every week that you leave the house, so I aimed for that time today to make my attack, and just like I'd come to understand, you weren't home. I see. But asking me to leave right now, that's pretty much impossible. Because you don't have anywhere else to go. Well, you'll have nowhere else to go, and sleep tonight isn't any of our problem. Your brother and I are taking over your parents' house now, so you go be homeless somewhere else. I see. So that's the way things are going to be here. Well, I fully understand now. Go ahead and start doing whatever you'd like. Oh, is that really okay with you? You settled with this a whole lot quicker than I expected you to. I knew that someone as gloomy and weak as you was never going to be able to stand up to a couple as rich as your brother and I. It's fine. I'll buy my own house. I have a place I've been thinking about staying at for a while now, so I'll go there for the time being. I am dying of laughter right now, watching you try to act all tough. You really think you're buying a house for yourself now? You don't have to believe whether I can or can't. Now, the best of luck to you and my brother after today. Wait, Jill, where are you right now? Wait, why are you with a foreigner right now, living with them? I already heard about everything from him about you. You came to my place looking for me or something? And just before I could get inside and start looking around, that man went and kicked me out of there in a rage. You explain to me right now what is going on there. I'd really like you to explain to me what's going on with you first. Why exactly did you come all the way over to my place? And how did you even find out where I've been living now? To tell you the truth, when I was throwing all of the things in your room out last month, I found a piece of paper with some memos written on it, and some of them were addresses for different houses. At first, I didn't really think anything of those memos, but then I started to think if one of those places was where you moved to, it would be good to know in case I ever needed some money. That's kind of why I came out today looking for you, and then I ran into that massive house. What the hell is all of that about? You really are the most greedy bitch of them all. Well, what you saw was exactly that. The house my man and I bought is a mansion. I have no idea how that could be. How could some old hag of a shut-in like you be able to afford such a place? I believe I've told you this before, right? I was never just some shut-in at my parents' house. I've been working a very good job and was using that money before to help support my family. I'm sure you figured that out pretty soon after I left, and that's why you came looking for me now. That's Exactly right. What were your parents talking about when they said that they were in some serious debt still? And I never heard from anyone that there have been plans to have that house torn down and the land sold. Well, you never listened to me, so I didn't think there was much of a point in saying anything. I did say before, though, that I wanted to talk about everything in person first. Yet instead, you guys acted behind my back and threw away all the things in my room before kicking me out. I don't care what happens over there anymore because I already went and did my part. But I did all of that thinking you were just some nerdy shut-in loser. Yet you were actually the one paying for the house and your parents the whole time? How was I supposed to think you could be someone like that when you were the way you were? I can't believe you're getting all upset at me now. I wasn't the one who told you not to listen to any of what I'd been saying, right? That was your own self-conscious telling you that. Also, my brother should have been well aware of the fact that my parents were in some serious debt before kicking me out. And I am telling you right now that neither of us knew that. Which is wild because I told both of you about it before you threw all my things out. Well, at least with the land being sold, they won't have to worry about being in debt anymore, right? I can't believe this is all happening right now. The reason my parents were in so much debt in the first place wasn't all their fault, so I felt I needed to help them pay it off instead of running away like someone did. But I made sure that they paid off half of that debt so I could focus more on paying the bills for them and feeding us. I was actually getting kind of tired of having to put most of my money into their debts and house, so you and Reed coming in and kicking me out of there really saved me. Please don't joke around right now. If you were always paying for this place and your parents, you can come back here right now. And you can start to support Reed and I as well, just like you'd been doing for your parents, all right? You are the oldest after all. You were the ones who kicked me out, right? You can also see now that I have my darling, and we've begun living in this massive and modern mansion together. So there's absolutely no reason for me going back to that house to start handing away my money again. So you've never been just some single shut-in? You still think that I am? To tell you the truth, I've had a boyfriend for a very long time now. But due to the fact that my brother ran off and left me with my moneyless parents, I had no choice but to move in with them and care for their needs, which led to us having to wait on the whole marriage thing. That doesn't mean we weren't talking to one another, though, as we'd call all the time and talk about our future together. But Jill, you were always sitting in your room doing nothing. And remember how you said I would leave the house once a week at the same time on the same day? That was the time you and Reed broke into my parents' house and tossed all my things, right? Wait, so you were going out to... That's right. Him and I would meet once a week at the same time, and there was never any problems between us with that. He had a big boy job as well, so he was always busy with that. Which meant the time we chose to meet always stayed the same. But having you both go into my parents' house and force me out really changed things for the better. Because now we're living in this huge mansion, and he and I can see each other all day, every day. Then, wait, what's your job, Jill? You were always in your bedroom, so how were you making that kind of money? I'm a writer. And not just any writer, but one of the top 10 most famous writers in the U.S. As a writer, it's pretty normal for me to just sit in my room doing my job without having to leave at all. I'm also making more than most people my age, enough to buy this house even. Huh? So that's what you've been doing? I've always been a writer, writing stories about the world. I've always wanted to travel. Those dreams have been on hold for a long time, but at least by making these stories, I can feel as though I've been on plenty of adventures. Luckily, through one of my online classes after I got out of college and had been working for a bit, I grew to know my language teacher. He's a polyglot, which means he can speak quite a lot of languages. He's traveled the world at least 24 times now and has been teaching me many languages to help me prepare for our first trip overseas together. Hold on a second! What about all of us here? I married your brother thinking that I'd get to spend all his money and have this house. How things turned out now weren't a part of the plan. Come back here right now and help us! I knew that was your goal. I'm sure you can already tell, but I'm not going back there. You and my brother are both the worst, which is why I just can't. But hey, at least both of your crappy characters go well with one another. So please, both of you continue to rot away there on your slow and painful journey to hell. After that, both of my parents had the house planned for demolishing, and soon everyone had to get out of that house and move away. Neither of my parents wanted Reed or Danny going with them, and so they left early morning to move out of town to a smaller apartment, leaving them to become homeless. They then made another move on our house, trying to force their way in so they could live with us. But as my brother put one foot through the door, my husband went and slammed it on his leg, shattering it. He then called the police, reporting them both as home invaders, so when the police showed up, both Reed and Danny were taken away swiftly. I heard that a couple of weeks after they were taken away, they started living with my parents again in their small apartment, after they had already paid Reed and Danny's bail. Thankfully, with the law being involved with them now, I no longer have to worry about either one of them coming here again and can relax. My husband and I have a trip to Europe coming up pretty soon, so I have to start practicing my French and German a bit more with him, meaning there's no time for me to care about that family anymore.
Do my eyes deceive me? I thought for a second that I just saw someone here at my wedding who certainly doesn't belong one bit. I thought for just a brief moment that I saw some dirty little poor person who had snuck into my wedding, even though they really should know better.
Well, you're sending these messages to me, so I guess I can only assume I'm who you're referring to, right? Unless you're saying there's another sad, poor person here just like me. Maybe we could go and look for them together, and then I could have a friend at this wedding. Wouldn't that be nice?
Are you acting stupid, or are you really just this dense? Of course I'm talking about you. Who else would I even be talking about? And I can't believe you actually just admitted that you were poor, but I guess that means at least you know your place. So good for you. I thought that all poor people like you were too stupid to be aware of who they were, so at least you have that going for you.
Oh, well, it would be kind of hard for me to forget, what with how often you're always reminding me of it. So I guess I have you to thank for telling me just how poor I am. I mean, I never once really thought of myself as poor before, but then I met you and you made sure to put me in my place. So I'm just so grateful that I've had the chance to be told over and over and over again about how I'm a poor nobody.
Well, I'm surprised that you had never been able to figure it out yourself. After all, everyone else was thinking it. I suppose it really was just a matter of time. I mean, don't you think it's just a little bit sad? Your brother is going to become a doctor and you only have a high school diploma. I guess Michael must have gotten all the brains in the family, huh? Meanwhile, you got... well, I don't think you really got anything, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, you are right about that. I was never really good at studying in school when I was a student. I think everyone around me always saw that maybe I just wasn't cut out for a system like that. And because of that, even though I was the older sister, it always felt a bit strange being there for all of Michael's accomplishments.
Aw, I'm sure it did. You probably felt like your life had barely even started, and yet you were already being completely overshadowed by your brother, I bet.
Well, I just thought that you might be able to sympathize with me on the point, given that you're unemployed and all that.
Excuse me? And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? Is that supposed to be a dig on me? Well, nice try, but those kinds of insults aren't going to work on me. Unlike you, I simply don't have to work, and that's why I don't have a job. It's really just that simple. But if you really must know, even when I was working, I always got high marks for my performance and was a model employee. So it's not like I can't, I just choose not to.
Wow, that's amazing! That really is so cool that you wanted to give up a career and financial independence all because you're getting married.
I know what you're getting at, but like I already told you, it simply won't work on me. Because at the end of the day, I know that you're just a sad, poor, stupid little poor person who doesn't have an ounce of the work experience that I do. So I suppose even trying to explain why I do the things I do to someone like you is really just pointless, isn't it? Anyways, there's actually something that I wanted to ask of you. A little favor, if you will.
Really? You want to ask me a favor? Well, please, by all means, tell me what it is. I mean, I'm just dying to do anything you ask of me as a lowly poor person.
Well, good. I'm glad that you understand your place is to do as you're told by your superiors. But I was wondering if I could ask you to not sit at the table reserved for family.
You don't want me to sit at the table where the rest of our family is going to be sitting? I don't really know if you understand what you're asking.
After all, you do know that I'm basically all the family that Michael has left, don't you? And sitting at the table for a wedding is important since it represents the two families that are being tied together as one through the wedding. Well, that's exactly the issue. You see, if everyone at the table realizes that the only family that Michael has is you, well, I'm just afraid that my family will start to apply all of the negative things about you to Michael and start judging him for his sister. Do you understand? Oh, don't worry about that. I've already made plans to rent a really pretty dress for the wedding. I know that I may not be a person of high standing or class, but I promise to at least look like one for the wedding. Surely you can grin and bear through my presence at the table while you're standing up on the altar with Michael, right? You really expect me to trust that you know how to pick a dress that would be good enough for the kind of wedding that Michael and I are going to have? I seriously doubt that you would know what good taste was if you got hit upside the head with a Louis Vuitton bag. Anyways, I don't care how good you could make yourself look. The fact of the matter is that the moment you opened your mouth, everyone would realize what an uneducated little street urchin you were. I mean, do you even know in what order you're supposed to be using the forks and knives when there are more than one of them by the plate? Do you even know how to use a fork and knife, period? Or do you just eat with your hands and then savor the flavor left on your fingers like some kind of Neanderthal? Oh, don't worry. I think I know that one at least. You use the knife to do the cutty bits, and then you use the fork when you need to poke things, right? Wow, don't pop a blood vessel in your head trying to keep that straight, okay? But like I said, you are not going to be eating at the family table. Instead, I thought that we would just put you outside in the hall with a plate of food. That way you'll be away from everyone else and can make all the mess you want. Doesn't that sound nice? You mean you would really have me eat in the hallway at my own brother's wedding? Of course. I mean, the fact of the matter is that no one at the wedding is going to want to eat with you anyways, though. I'm sorry, but you just aren't going to fit in with all the fancy and well-dressed people who are going to be coming to the wedding, and I think that you just have to accept that. Nobody even wants to see you at the wedding, let alone share a table and talk with you. I see. Well, then maybe the least you could do is let me just sit cross-legged in the aisle and eat there instead of in the hallway. I mean, I'm quite small and don't take up that much space anyways. Surely that would be okay, right? No, because I am telling you that people don't even want to see you at the wedding. The less you can be in the back of people's minds, the better. It's best if you just wouldn't come at all, really. But since that isn't going to happen, we just have to make arrangements so that the least number of people know that you even exist. Besides, what would you even do at a table with other people? It would be a total waste for you. I doubt that you even know how to talk to upper-class people like us. You're telling me that you're really serious about this? Even though I came all the way here to be present for my brother's wedding? You're really not even going to let me sit at the family table just because you have some weird person grudge against me? Now, Ren, I think you're forgetting something very, very important here. It's not just Michael's wedding, it's also my wedding. You do realize that, don't you? And everyone knows that on the day of a wedding, the wife is far more important than the husband in terms of trying to appease her. And as my future sister-in-law, that should mean that you wanted to do everything to give me what I want today, right? Well, I guess you're not exactly wrong about any of what you've just said. But still, I can't help but feel like this isn't exactly fair. Well, all I'm saying is that if we look at who's invited who, then I think you'll find that you have to agree with me. I have so many people here from my side of the family and who I've invited here, right? Meanwhile, you and your brother are basically it as far as Michael's side goes, which pretty much means that all of the wedding gifts and cash that we get are going to be from my guests, right? Well, again, I guess that's a point that I can't really refute exactly. That's right. So those are just more reasons why it's just better for everyone if you are neither seen nor heard or talked about at all. I mean, if people know that you're Michael's sister, then they're going to start asking where the rest of the family is, don't you think so? So basically, you are going to save everyone a lot of hassle if you just stay in the hallway and out of our way. I see. Well, I guess if you really feel that strongly about me doing that, then I don't really have any choice in the matter, do I? That's more like it. Although you really should have just listened to me and agreed with me in the first place. We would have saved so much time.
Hey, Ren. Really sorry to bug you in the middle of my wedding. I'm sure you have a good reason for what you were doing, but why are you in the hallway right now? Did I miss something? I mean, I think that the hallway is for the staff to use and less the wedding guests like you know?
Michael? Did you really see me in the hallway? What were you doing out there? What's going on with the wedding and the ceremony?
Well, that's just it. I was waiting for things to start and realized that you weren't anywhere to be seen, so I came out to come and look for you. I mean, I thought that you were going to give a speech today, so I didn't want you to be absent for that, you know? And then that's when I heard that someone mentioned one of the guests in the hallway, and I came to find that it was you.
But, I mean, this is what you wanted me to do, isn't it?
Sorry, what? You think that I want you to be sitting out in the hallway? What are you talking about?
I didn't want to embarrass you. I didn't want people to be asking about why I was the only guest that you invited to your wedding.
I'm sorry, but I'm still kind of confused. Why would I even care about that? Where's all of this coming from right now?
I mean, it's not like it doesn't make any sense to me, you know? I understand it. After all, you're a doctor and making tons of money, and I'm barely making enough to get by. I'm just a poor moron, let's face it. I don't belong at your wedding with all those fancy people. I wouldn't even know what to talk about with them.
Wait a second, Ren. Are you serious? I'm really sorry that that's bothering you so much right now, but I hope you know that I don't care about any of that. I mean, you're my older sister, and that's the only thing that matters to me. Why on earth would I be embarrassed to have a sister like you? I love you, you know that? Just where did you even get this idea that I would be embarrassed to have you at my wedding in the first place?
Well, Lisa told me that you were talking about how embarrassed you were going to be having me at your wedding.
Did Lisa really say that to you?
Yeah, she basically made me feel like you were thinking all of this, but were just being too kind to tell me. But don't worry. I really don't need you to worry about me at all. I'm totally fine, I swear. I know that I need to stay out of your way and just let the wedding go on undisturbed.
Lisa, I don't really know any other way to make this more clear, but if Lisa really said all that to you, then she has no idea what she's talking about at all. I mean, I'm certainly not embarrassed by you, and I want you at my wedding more than any other guest here. In fact, I'm proud to have you as my sister, and I want everyone to know.
But that isn't what Lisa said to me at all.
Ren, if I really felt that way about you, then why would I even invite you to the wedding in the first place? I mean, if you being here was really going to embarrass me, which it isn't at all, then why would I even go through the trouble of having you here? Just doesn't add up, right? But what I'm most concerned about is why on earth Lisa would even say something like that to you. I mean, what could she have been thinking?
And now here I am, already throwing wrenches into your wedding. I know that you mean well by saying all of this to me, but I want you to know that I really am sorry for ruining your wedding like this.
Ren, you didn't do anything wrong, okay? It's Lisa who is in the wrong here, and I'm not going to let her get away with this.
Hey there, Ren. I was just curious if you were enjoying the plate that I had sent out to you in the hallway. Was it nice sitting on the floor and eating your meal like that? Oh, yes. Thank you so much for asking. The food was just great, yeah. You guys really didn't skimp at all on the catering. Well, I want you to know that I really am sorry about earlier, you know, what with me ripping up your dress like that. Oh, so you did do it on purpose then. I had thought that you might have. I mean, I was pretty surprised when you suddenly flew out into the hall just to try and rip apart the clothes that I was wearing. Well, thankfully, it wasn't like it was even a nice dress to begin with, right? I mean, could you imagine if someone tried to do that to an actually nice dress like mine? But don't worry, I promise that I'll buy you something actually nice and worth wearing at some point in the future. And just where are you right now? I popped my head out into the hall to see if you were still there, and I couldn't see you. Oh, right. Well, that's because I just stepped away to go and use the bathroom, that's all. Still, though, you really just should have known better, don't you think? I mean, did you really think that you belonged at a place like this? Don't you realize that you're an outsider? Nobody wants you here. Half the reason I wanted you out in the hall was so that the people at the table wouldn't have to be subjected to sitting with you.
How dare you treat the person to whom I owe so much like that?
Excuse me? What are you talking about right now? Who are you even talking about?
I don't get it, Lisa. Do you really have no idea at all what you've done? I mean, you really chased my sister out of our own wedding and are making her sit out in the hall? What is the matter with you?
What is the matter with me? I know that you can't really be serious about that, right? I mean, didn't you see the way that she was dressed? I was talking to her earlier and she was telling me all about how she had gone out and gotten some fancy dress to wear to our wedding, but she showed up in rags. Surely you must have noticed that too, right, Michael? You don't really think she was dressed up nicely for the wedding, do you?
Wait a second. Let me try and get this straight then. Are you telling me that the reason you kicked my own sister out of our wedding was because you didn't like her dress?
But of course that wasn't the only reason. There's also the fact that your sister just wouldn't fit in. I mean, what would she even talk to other people there about? You know what I mean, don't you? Do you really think that your sister fits in with the guests that I've invited at all?
What do you mean? Why does it matter if she fits in? It's not a social club or something. It's our wedding and everyone here is here for us.
Right, but I just mean that she only has her high school diploma. Don't you see how she would just totally clash with the atmosphere of the wedding? Surely you can see the point I'm trying to make here, right?
What on earth are you talking about? Do you really think that you need a break? I don't even know what to say to you.
But I was just trying to think of you. And when it seemed like Ren was finally starting to listen to what I had to say, she finally seemed to give in when I told her this was what you wanted.
And you didn't think that I would be upset over you lying to my sister for my sake?
But, I mean, I thought that you and Ren didn't even get along all that well to begin with. You guys haven't even seen each other for years before this, isn't that right?
That's only because Ren lives and works so far away. It isn't that I don't want to talk to her or see her or anything like that. We've talked about this.
But I really did think that it was because you two didn't get along.
Well, that isn't the case at all. I mean, I owe her so much, actually. You know that Ren and I were only raised by Mom until I was in middle school when she died? After that, my sister had to take on all of Mom's duties and give up her dreams just to take care of us both. She raised me all the way until I finished high school.
Oh. Well, I guess that I just never really realized fully.
Well, I don't see how that can be when I explained this to you over and over again. Or was I in the wrong for thinking that you were actually listening to what I was saying?
No, it isn't like that at all, I swear to you. I guess I just forgot with so much going on about the wedding, but I remember you saying all of that now.
Don't lie to me, Lisa. I know that you're only remembering because I'm saying it now. But now I see that in spite of all of that, you're just throwing out my sister because you don't like her.
Please, you have to believe me. It isn't like that at all.
Do you know what? I don't think that I can do this. The wedding is off. I'm going to take Ren and we are going home.
Wait, no, please don't go. I'm begging you. You have to rethink this, Michael, please. I've changed my mind. Your sister can be in our wedding. Tell her to come in. Please, I've changed my mind. It's okay. I really don't mind at all. You can't just call off the wedding. Ren, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I've done a lot of thinking about it, and I think I want you to be at the wedding after all. Oh, really? You mean it? What changed for you? And here I was getting used to sitting out here. It was nice and quiet, and the staff keep the floor here so clean. It's great, actually. No, please, we can't have my sister-in-law out in the hallway. You have to come inside. I insist. Please, I think that you and Michael and I all just need to sit down and talk a bit. Hold on a second. Don't tell me that Michael got mad at you about this, did he? Wait, I don't... How did you know that? Well, Michael actually stepped out in the hallway earlier. He asked me what I was doing out here, and when I explained it to him, he got really mad. I had a feeling that he might have done something, but I get the feeling that you're taking the brunt of his anger right now. No, it's nothing like that at all, honestly. Well, I mean, you're my husband's sister, so since we're going to be family, obviously you should be there for the wedding. Please, I was so stupid to even ask you to sit out there. Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand why you thought it was a good idea to do that either. What do you mean? Well, obviously the groom is going to get upset if you're throwing his family out of the wedding. Obviously, I don't mind obliging you, but I guess because I did, Michael finally realized the kind of person you really are. So I guess that's one good thing to come out of this. Oh, wait a second. Is this really Lisa I'm talking to right now? That's right. It's your poor, stupid sister-in-law, Lisa. But I guess if I'm the stupid one, then that just begs the question of what you are. I guess that's exactly what Michael is finding out right now, though. Wait, so you were just pretending to be stupid this whole time? I wouldn't say pretending so much as I just wanted to see how long you would really think I was going to go along with everything you were saying. But then, what about the dress? Did you really pick a dress that ugly on purpose? I will say that you got me there. I did choose that dress knowing that you were going to pick on me for it. But I didn't think you would go so far as to attack me over it. Then you tricked me! I don't believe it! Well, I guess you have no choice now that Michael tells me the wedding is off. Thank goodness is all I can say, though. I would hate to be a part of your family and you mine. Wait, just hold on for a second. I mean, I know that I might have overreacted a little, but I really do love Michael, and I really do want to get married to him. I see. And you thought that throwing me out in the hallway was going to be good for that? In fact, I actually heard a bit about the drama that was unfolding inside the wedding hall earlier. What do you mean? You really heard all that? Well, it was hard not to when I was sitting out in this quiet hall. But, man, your dad was really laying into you. I bet every single guest at your wedding heard what he was saying. Going on and on about how you were so close to marrying a doctor and you screwed it all up. He even said that he bought a new car because he was hoping to rope my brother into helping him pay for it. And then he told you that you were going to have to help him pay it off instead. No, that didn't have anything to do with our wedding at all. Please, you have to help me. I really wasn't after Michael's money at all. But it's true that you do have a lot of debt, don't you? Are you telling me that your plan wasn't to have my brother help you? You even heard my dad yelling about my debt? That's right. You thought you were kicking me out of the wedding, but you basically gave me the best seat in the house. All I had to do was put my ear up against the wall and I could hear everything clear as day. Anyways, I suppose that's really all there is to say about this, yes? Wait, no, please, we're not through here. Well, I'm not sure what else there is to talk about, except of course for the fact that you'll be paying for all of the wedding preparations. And you'll probably have to return all the wedding gifts, too.
Hey, Ren. I really just wanted to say again how sorry I am for everything that you had to go through today. I mean, I really just had no idea that Lisa was that bad, you know? How could she have thought that was ever okay?
Well, I'm just glad that you realized all of this before the two of you got married. I was wondering how long it was going to take you to realize just the kind of person that Lisa really was.
You mean that you've really had your suspicions about Lisa this whole time?
Pretty much. I think ever since we first met, she had always acted like she was so much better than me. And I just remember thinking that I couldn't believe that you were really going to marry this woman. I mean, I guess I just assumed that you being a doctor would have given you a better eye for people like her.
I see what you mean, but I really did think that she was a sweet girl. She had always been so kind to me. But I just can't believe that you let yourself be insulted and subjected yourself to her treatment of you for my sake.
Well, you're my brother, and I wasn't going to try and open any can of worms until you found out for yourself. Anyways, I'm just glad that you saw that I did. I guess all's well that ends well, really.
You know, this is just another reason why I respect you so much, Ren. You are really a tough person. I really don't think that I could have ever gotten to where I am in life without your help.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I am pretty amazing now that I think about it. But don't sell yourself short. After all, it was you doing all the hard work of getting through med school.
Ren, thank you so much. I know I don't say it enough,
For my speech, I really did want to talk about how proud I am of how hard you worked to achieve your goals. But maybe I'll just hold off on telling exactly what I wanted to say until you find the right person.
You're right, but I can't wait to hear that speech.
Well, you'll hear it. But just know that you don't have to feel bad for me today. I'm always going to be there for you, no matter what.
But that's just why I do feel so bad and why I am so grateful for you.
It's no problem at all. Thank you so much for caring about me. I'm glad that after all these years we can still be so close. You even hung up some of my art as decorations for your wedding. You have no idea how touched I was at seeing that.
I really enjoy those drawings, and I want you to know that. Even Lisa's guests were all admiring them and wondering about who their artist was. So thanks again for letting me hang them up for free. I really appreciate it. But I also really do think that you're just a stellar artist. But you had to pull all of that aside to raise me.
Well, it's not like I've completely given up on my dreams of being an artist, Yes, I had to set them aside for more important things, like you, but I still practice every day, and I know I'll make it big one day.
You don't know how much it means that you just said that to me. I really am so lucky to have you as my sister. Thank you so much for everything today, Ren. I really just can't say that enough.
Well, I guess I just have to say that I'm looking forward to the next wedding, and hopefully it goes better than this one. Oh, oops, I almost forgot something really important.
Really? What is it?
Hey Lisa, are you there? I just wanted to have a quick little chat with you. I just thought you should know that you are going to have to pay for the repairs to the dress that I was wearing today. Wait a second. My wedding gets ruined and canceled, and you're still going to make me pay? Please, can't we just never ever talk to each other again and leave it at that? Well, I will be more than happy to do that as soon as you pay for the damages to the dress. It was a $5,000 rental, by the way, and if you try and get out of this, I will sue you. Hold on a second. Are you seriously telling me that dress that you were wearing was $5,000? But you just got it as a prank to pull on me, right? You really paid $5,000 for that? That's right, but don't worry, I didn't pay that much because I thought you would rip it, though you did. Please, just give me a break. You probably just want $5,000 from me, don't you? No, this is really just about doing what is right and making sure that you pay for your actions. Wait a second, I remember now. You're that wannabe artist, aren't you? Yeah, I remember your brother crying to me about how it was his fault that you had to quit your dreams. But you know what I think? I think you're nothing but a hack. Your art is terrible, and you never ever stood a chance. You really have no idea what you're talking about. I just wish you knew how foolish you really look right now. You're the one who's foolish. Did you see the art in the wedding hall? It was a beautiful underwater scene. It was what someone like you could never see the value of. Your uneducated brain couldn't begin to understand its significance. Interesting, though, considering that the one who painted that one was me. Wait, what do you mean by that? I don't get it. I mean that Michael asked me if he could display it at his wedding, and I said yes. I actually really like that one as well, so I can't say you have poor taste. Thank you for the compliment, by the way. Wait, you're kidding me. Are you telling me that you were the one who painted that painting? That's right, and I'll be giving you the bill for my dress, by the way. Have a nice life. Wait, no, please. You win. Just make it stop. I'll change. We can be friends. Please, let's just put this behind us. Wow, you really work fast. The moment that you find out I'm a famous artist, you immediately try to cozy up with me. Though we both know that you had no idea you were actually complimenting me, but you did anyways. So thanks again. No, please don't go. Hold on, I can change, I promise. Yeah, that's going to be a no from me, but you go on and have a nice life now. Maybe think about the way you've treated me. Now everyone knows the horrible person that you really are. After that, I blocked Lisa on everything and cut all contact with her completely. She was forced to pay for the wedding cancellation fees as well as her debt. Lisa had to take on more debt to pay all of those, and because she had never worked a day in her life, she quickly found herself spiraling financially.
She tried to scam her parents to help her, and soon the whole family was in trouble, all because of Lisa's selfishness and recklessness. As for me, after the wedding, I went back to my house and have continued to pursue my dream of being an artist. Next year, my art is going to show up on an exhibition for the first time ever. I'm excited to invite Michael so that then maybe he can not feel so bad about the fact that I had to help raise him. And I'm still looking forward to giving him his wedding speech one day.
Hey Ria, are you there? I just wanted to know what you were thinking being out this late. I mean, do you have any idea at all what time it is right now? You really need to start taking more responsibility for your things. Your room is just a complete mess, and you still aren't home to clean it up at all? Honestly, just what are you thinking? You do realize that now that you're married, it is your job to make sure that your house is kept nice and tidy, don't you?
Oh, hello, Ashley. I'm sorry, but what is all of this that you're talking to me about right now? That's an awful lot of text to get through, and I'd appreciate it if you could just tell me what's going on.
Well, I took it upon myself to visit my son's house and see how he is doing with his new wife. And imagine my shock when I walked inside and realized the state of the house that my poor boy is living in. Just what do you call this mess, huh? I mean, this is your home. You really ought to be taking better care of it, don't you think? How can you even accept living like this? It's just ridiculous. What is the matter with you, Ria?
I'm really sorry that you were upset at the way our house looks when you came over unannounced, Ashley. But the fact of the matter is that I'm very, very busy with work these days, and so I can only do what I'm able to. But the other thing you should know is that basically all of the mess in our house was caused by Sam, so I shouldn't be the one that you talk to about this. After all, I'm only ever able to do a little bit of cleaning during the few spare hours that I have on the weekends. I wish that I could do more, but I just don't have enough time in the week to dedicate to keeping my house clean.
You don't have enough time? Do you have any idea how obvious it is that you're just making up excuses for yourself right now? Listen to me. The matter of fact that you are married now, you're someone's wife, and you need to get that through your head. I mean, you may be working now, but your primary job should be taking care of the house and your husband. You do know that, don't you?
You think that my first priority should always be to keep my house clean and serve my husband? I'm sorry, but I'm just not sure if I agree with that at all. Besides, if Sam has any complaints about the way that we're living, he hasn't said anything to me about anything. So I think that I must be doing enough for him as things stand, or else I'm sure that Sam would have said something to me by now. So while I do appreciate your concern about the state of Sam and I's marriage, I really think that there's nothing to be worried about at all.
You really have no idea what you're talking about at all, do you? None of what you said changes the fact that you are married and have different duties than before you were unmarried.
I understand perfectly what you're saying, Ashley. What I'm saying is that my marriage is between my husband and you don't get to make demands of me.
I'm not talking about Sam at all, so you quit bringing up and trying to use him as a shield to hide behind, okay? I'm doing my duty as your mother-in-law to make sure that you are taking care of my son and doing your job as his wife. You think that Sam knows how to judge whether or not a wife is doing what she should be doing? Of course not. That's why it's my job as your mother-in-law to make sure that you're doing everything correctly. Because it is obvious to me that neither you nor Sam have your expectations set correctly, and it is my job to make sure that you learn your duty as my son's wife. So quit telling me, bringing up my son, and tell me that the messes are his, or that he doesn't have any complaints. You don't get to badmouth your husband ever. Do you understand me?
So I suppose I should just keep my mouth shut, wait on Sam hand and foot, and let you tell me exactly how my marriage should be going?
You really have got some nerve talking to me like this, do you know that? I knew that you were going to be no good for my son, but I didn't know that you were going to be such a brat. And even now, you're just out on the town having fun and completely shirking your duties to your husband right now. You don't tell me that you're doing all you can when you're out partying right now.
And just who said anything about me being out partying, huh? You are making that up entirely in your head, Ashley. I am out working right now, if you must know. I told you that I'm busy, and I meant it.
You really think that you can just tell me that you're working and have that be enough for me to believe you and leave you alone? I'm not going to allow myself to be fooled by you at all. There is no way that you're working right now, and I'm not going to fall for your little lie.
I am not lying to you one bit, Ashley. If you don't want to believe me, then that is on you, but don't you dare call me a liar. I have a second job that I have to work at night for, and I have to work this in order to contribute to our family's expenses. That is why I am always too busy to do things like clean the house or do the laundry. I am just too busy with my jobs to be able to do the housekeeping on top of that.
There you again, making up all kinds of excuses just because you don't want to admit that you're a failure of a wife who needs guidance from her mother-in-law.
I already told you that I am not making excuses, Ashley. Why are you acting this way towards me? I just don't understand where you get off.
You know I didn't just show up to your unannounced. If you must know, it was Sam who called me over actually. He told me that his place was a complete mess and that he needed me to come over right away. He told me that he can't stand living like this anymore and wanted my help. Can you believe that your husband feels so alone and hopeless about his living situation that he turned to his mother and not you? Don't you think that tells you a lot about what you need to know? But then he asked me not to mention a word of any of this to you because he actually thinks that you're kind and caring, if you can believe it. He didn't want you to know a word about this, but I was not going to sit back and let you just slide by without realizing just what you're doing to your poor husband.
So that's what's really going on here then, is it? I really don't know why Sam just couldn't have been a little more patient with me. I already told him that I would clean the house as soon as I had a chance and that there was nothing to worry about at all.
I have no idea what you're talking about at all. You really expect me to believe that you were ever going to take care of this mess? If you were going to do it, then you would have done it already. That much is obvious to me. But now it's clear that you need to be taught about what being a good wife means. You are a lazy slacker who is taking advantage of your husband, and I'm not going to allow that any longer.
Are you even reading a word from the messages that I've been sending you? If you're not even going to listen to what I'm trying to tell you, then I think this conversation is over. I am going to have a little chat with Sam about all of this and let him know just how I feel about you coming into our house and criticizing me like this.
I really just can't believe that you're doing this again, Rhea. When are you going to learn, huh? I mean, do you really think it's okay for you to be out this late when you're a married woman? Don't you realize the damage you're doing to your marriage by being this selfish? You're just a stain on my family as far as I'm concerned.
What is it now, Ashley? What could you possibly want? What is it that you're messaging me about now, huh? Because I am getting sick and tired of getting these kinds of messages from you.
I just mean that every single day this week you have been out all night doing who knows what, and you are completely ignoring the work that needs to be done at your house. You really are such an irresponsible girl, and you need someone to teach you a lesson. But I have been over with this every week, and I can't even say that I'm disappointed in you anymore.
Hold on a second. Have you really been coming over to our house every single day this week? Why are you doing that? What are you doing that you need to come over to our house so often? And if you're going to be doing that, I would really appreciate it if you'd message me beforehand about you coming over. Although if you really want to know, I have made sure that the house is much, much cleaner than it was a few days ago.
Actually, the reason that I've been coming over is try and see how you're doing. I just need to know whether or not you're still someone who deserves to be married to my son.
Excuse me? You can't be serious about that, right? Are you really saying you're coming over to try and inspect me or something?
I'm just doing what any good mother would and making sure that their son's wife is up to the level that she should be. Is that really so wrong?
Did you really just ask if that's wrong for you to judge your son's wife? Yes, of course that's wrong.
Well, that is what I was afraid that you would say. Although, just from the times I've come over and the conversations we've had, it's clear to me that you are, in fact, not good enough to be with my son. But you should also know that I've taken it upon myself to throw away all your belongings from here, so you shouldn't even bother coming back home here. Now that you spend any time in your own home anyways, you're always out doing who knows what. You really ought to be ashamed of yourself. I mean, do you think this is any way for a married woman to be acting? Don't you feel bad for your husband at all? I'm sure that there are a million other women out there who would be a much better match for Sam.
Hold on a second. Did you really just tell me that you threw away my stuff? Please tell me that you weren't serious about that. Did you really do that?
Of course I did it. You think that I would lie to you about that? Unlike you, I'm not all talk. I act too.
For the last time, I am telling you that I am not out partying or whatever it is that you think I spend my nights doing, Ashley. I am literally working my second job that I need to do in order to support the two of us. But you took my being out of the house tonight as a sign that you could just throw away all of my things? How could you do that to me? What is the matter with you?
What is the matter with me? I want to know what the matter with you is, that what you think you can go run around doing whatever you want at all hours of the night. I only did this because it was obvious that you weren't going to be changing your night-crawling ways anytime soon. I tried to warn you, but you just wouldn't listen to me. You gave me no other choice but to take matters in my own hands.
Have you been reading a single one of these messages that I've been sending you? Why is it like I'm trying to talk to a brick wall when it comes to you? I have told you over and over and over again that I am not going out at night to have fun or party or see friends or anything at all like that. I am out every single night because I am busy working. Don't you get that? I am working to support my husband and I, in fact.
I don't care how many times you repeat the same thing over and over and over to me, because I know that every time you do is nothing but lie. You're a liar, and you're making my husband work all around the clock so that you can do whatever you want. You just want to take advantage of Sam and have him pay for your crazy lifestyle. Admit it. Or don't. I don't care. It doesn't matter at all to me anymore. Know that I've thrown out all your stuff. You're not welcome back to that house anymore. Do you understand me? You are on your own from here on, Rhea.
Well, okay then. I guess you can go ahead and wish Sam good luck when he only earns about $300 a month.
Wait, what? What is that supposed to mean? Why would you say that he only earns $300 a month? What on earth are you talking about?
You know what? I am not going to go along with this conversation anymore. I don't even know why I waste my time with you to begin with. In fact, I already am starting to feel as if a big weight is being lifted off of my shoulders now that you've kicked me out. It's like I'm finally free. I'll even do you one further and tell you that Sam and I are going to be getting a divorce now. Go ahead and let him know that we are through.
Now you hold on there for just a moment. You and I aren't through here until I saw that we're through. Now you rewind and tell me exactly what you meant when you said that he only makes $300 a month. That doesn't make any sense at all, and you will explain yourself right now.
You mean you're finally starting to listen to what I'm trying to tell you? Well, it's about time. Actually, I think it's a bit late if you really want to know. But if you want to know the truth about what's going on, you would be better off asking Sam yourself. Got it? All I've done is tell you the truth about what I've been doing, but you just refuse to listen to me. But the facts of the matter are that I haven't been the one going out and partying every night. That has actually been your son.
Hold on just a moment there. You must be getting the number wrong. There's no way that my son is making such little money. Surely you meant to say that he's earning $300 a month, right? Did you really think I was going to fall for that lie? How dare you keep trying to shift the blame for everything on my son? You have really got some nerve. Just what is even the point of doing that, huh? What do you think you have against him that you need to keep lying to me about you too?
You want to talk about trying to shift the blame onto people? You were the one who threw away all of my stuff to try and get me to end things with Sam, right? Well, guess what? You've won. Congrats! You're going to get your way, and Sam and I are going to get a divorce. You did it! I hope that you're happy, because I never ever want anything to do with you or him ever again as long as I live. Now, good luck supporting Sam when he makes so little on his own, and whatever happens next, leave me out of it.
Ria, are you there? I was just hoping that you and I could chat about something really quickly. I tried calling you earlier, but you didn't pick up. Are you busy right now? I really do need to talk to you about this.
I am busy and I don't want to hear your voice even if I wasn't. If you have something that you want to say to me, you can type it out here, thank you very much.
Ria, come now. Why are you acting this way towards me? We're family, aren't we? You should know better than this.
Family? Us? That's very rich. But no, we're not family. Just hurry up and tell me what you want already.
Well, the thing is that I talked to Sam about you moving out and all, and the divorce.
I really hope that you told him the part where you threw away all of my things and basically left me with no other choice but to leave.
Well, the thing is that Sam and I were talking about all of this, right? And I mentioned to him about what you told me with his lack of money and all, and well, it's true.
I know that. I was the one who told you about that in the first place, and you just kept insisting that I was lying to you, remember? Is that what you came to talk to me about? Because I've already told you the whole truth, and I don't have anything else to say to you. I was honest with you through and through, and you just refused to listen to me.
I know, I didn't listen, but I didn't believe it. I was sure that there was some kind of mistake going on, but then Sam explained it all to me, and it was only then that I realized you were being honest with me.
Well, I'm glad that you've learned that I've been nothing but honest with you over this, but just how many times did you make me explain this to you? You didn't listen to me. You didn't believe me. You ignored all that I was trying to tell you. This is all your fault. So I really have no idea why we're even talking right now.
I thought that you were spending all your nights out of the house partying or something while Sam was working hard to fund your lifestyle. I was just trying to be a good mother and protect my son. Surely you can understand that, right?
I understand that I explained the truth to you over and over again, and you just never listened to me at all. But I don't see how any of this has anything to do with me at all now.
I know, but you can just stop all this and go back to the way things were, can't you?
What do you mean, go back to the way things were? You mean you want me to pretend like none of the past few days happened? You can't be serious about that, right?
I just mean that Sam is so upset with me right now. He's really, really mad. He keeps going on about how it's my fault that you want to leave him. Because he's telling me that he doesn't want to divorce you at all. He doesn't want any of this to be happening. So please, can we just pull all this silliness behind us and go back to the way things were? I realize now that I may have made a mistake here.
You really are one of the most selfish people I've ever met. You know that? I mean, you were the one who threw away my things, and now you want me to come back?
Oh, don't worry. I did my best to get back as much of your stuff as I could. Of course, I sold a lot of your clothes, so those are gone forever, I'm afraid. But I have a bunch of boxes in the house with your name on them. If I return your things to you, will you please not leave my son like this?
Oh, well, thank you so much for getting my stuff, but the answer is still no. We're going to get a divorce, and that is final.
Please, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I can't take off my son. I thought that was going to be your job from now on.
Ashley continued to blow up my phone, and I finally had to tell her that I was going to block her and that she would be hearing from my lawyer for what she did with my things. Even Sam began to reach out to me and beg me to come back, but even he gave in and signed the divorce papers finally. The next month, he wasn't able to afford rent in our old place and was forced to move out. He told his mom that since this was all her fault, that he would be moving in with her for the foreseeable future. As for me, after Ashley threw away my things, I moved to a new place and didn't tell either of them where my new address was. Although I have heard through the grapevine that Ashley and Sam are fighting every single night as Sam refuses to get a job and demands that his mom pays for everything. It seems like she's finally realized what a lazy leech her son is, but I'm afraid that it's far too late for her to do anything about that now.
Is it true that you guys are holding the wedding in Hawaii?
Oh, hi, Brooke.
Yes, we are.
My husband and I are allowed to treat ourselves while we're there, right?
What?
You guys are paying for everything for us, right? I need to plan things for now. I can't wait!
If your husband is coming, then you need to pay for him. I'm only going to pay for the family.
Are you serious? Why are you so petty?
I will just tell you straightforward, but you guys haven't paid us back yet.
Oh, did we borrow money?
Yes, you did. I have the IOU to prove it. It's past the deadline and you decide to ask me to pay for the whole trip? Are you for real right now?
The IOU and the trip are a different story. Don't we have the right to have fun at Hawaii?
Of course you do, but with your own money. If you want me to, why don't you pay me back first?
Wow. You are so mean. Why did my brother marry someone like you?
I can't believe that a kind-hearted person like Mike has to have a self-centered little sister like you.
Are you making fun of me?
Maybe? Anyways, like I said, if your husband wants to come too, you need to pay for him. If you want us to pay for him also, then you need to pay us back first.
Ugh, what a bitch. We're not going to go then. Is that okay for you?
That's up to you. A few days later. Have you gotten any texts from Brooke?
Nope.
Okay, so I guess she's not attending. I need to count the attendees now, so...
She said that she won't go, right?
Yeah, she wanted us to pay for her husband.
Oh my god, we told her that it's not possible like a million times. We don't need to waste time talking to her, okay? She was just like this since she was little, so I'm tired of her.
Something is really wrong with her because she doesn't remember borrowing money from us, but I will make sure that she pays it back.
Thank you, Layla.
Brooke didn't like the fact that I married you.
That doesn't matter. She just wants a person who listens to her. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Anyways, Brooke and her husband are not attending, so I will not count them. I really hope that she doesn't complain later on. 2 weeks later.
OMG. Hawaii is so beautiful.
What? You guys are in Hawaii? I didn't know you guys could afford it.
What are you talking about? We came all the way here to attend the wedding. Be thankful.
What? I thought you guys weren't going to attend.
We weren't going to, but decided to have fun and parties instead of attending. You will pay for us, though, right?
What are you talking about?
You will pay for the hotel and the plane tickets, right? I booked everything using my parents' credit card so you can pay before they find out.
Are you being serious right now?
Yes. Oh, and can you also forget about the IOU?
Excuse me?
My husband took off from work to come here, so if you think about that, don't you think that we don't need to pay back?
Okay. Wow. Just, wow.
Tomorrow is the checkout date, so please pay for us, okay? Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wait. Tomorrow?
Yes?
I hate to break it to you, but the wedding was last week.
What? Last week?
Yeah, I don't know what you were blabbering about, but we are already back in the States already.
Hold up. You guys aren't here anymore.
Nope. Actually, everyone already came home. What are you guys doing there?
Wasn't the wedding yesterday?
Didn't I just say it was last week? You said that you guys weren't going to attend.
Wait. How are we supposed to pay for the hotel then?
Why are you asking me?
You're going to pay, right?
And why should I do that?
Are you serious? We came here for your wedding. You just said that you went partying. Plus, isn't it common sense that you pay for your own trip? But there's no way I can. Why don't you ask your husband? I won't help you whatsoever, so bye. My husband can't help me either. Wait, I can't reach my brother. I thought you guys would pay for us. This is a scam. A scam? Let me see. You booked for the plane and luxurious hotel with your parents' credit card and partied spending a lot of money. Did we do anything? I just talked to the receptionist and got told that if I don't pay, I'm going to be arrested. Please come and help me. There's nothing I can do. I sent you an invitation, but you mistook it. So for you to say that it's our fault, you got problems. I'm panicking now because I thought you would pay for us. Nothing will change even if you apologize or beg me, you know. Talk to your husband and do something about it. My husband left me. What? OMG. What should I do? I'm going to be arrested. Wow. Your husband is as much of an ass as I expected. Well, you are yourself, so what a perfect match. Don't you even feel sorry for me? Not at all. Everything is your own fault. Mike and I are also cutting ties with you, so... I'm literally crying my eyes out. You're such a drama queen. Mike is cringing right now, you know. No one is going to help me? What should I do? You should take time and regret about how you acted this whole time. I'm regretting it now, and I will apologize to you, so please help me. I don't want to get arrested because of this. Well, it's kind of too late. Sorry, but we're going to be going on our honeymoon soon, so you won't be able to reach us anymore in a little bit. Wait, if you're at the airport, come to Hawaii. We're family, so why won't you help me? OMG. How much of a self-centered person are you? Oh, and about the IOU, I hired an attorney to seize your property and your wages, so you'd better pay us back. We added interest also, so good luck. I'm sorry, but what? What do you mean? Have fun in Hawaii. Bye. After the incident, Brooke tried to reach out to her family, but no one helped her, so she ended up getting a criminal record. Her family got pissed and told her to never come back, so she left and nobody knows where she is now, but I think it's better not to know. Her husband was able to come back to the States safely, but found out that his salary was seized and is now working unpaid, feeling embarrassed since everybody knows about it. If they paid us back from the beginning, they would have lived a different life.
Hey there, Millie. I have to say, I was so shocked to see you today. I mean, I was not expecting a family as poor as yours to come walking through my door at all. But I didn't really have much else to do right then, so thanks for helping me kill some time.
Emily, I can't believe that you have the guts to message me like this after what you did.
I don't know what you mean. I was just protecting my store when I saw you reach for some of the products. We can't just let any old riffraff come inside and touch all our precious jewelry, you know? Especially some shabby poor people like yourselves. That's why I kicked you all out. You didn't belong in a store like mine. I was only doing my job of protecting our products from less than savory customers. How dare you talk to me as if I did anything wrong when you all were the people who went somewhere you didn't belong to in the first place? If you thought I was going to go easy on you just because we used to be classmates, you really don't know a thing about me.
I don't believe this. You know we all went into that store to help my mom celebrate her 60th birthday. Do you realize that you completely ruined her day when you kicked us out? Not only that, but while you were throwing us out, you made me fall and rip my dress.
Well, it sounds to me like all I did was remind you of your place in this world.
And just what was that supposed to mean, huh?
Oh, please. I know your parents own some kind of factory or something, but I also know that it's in some little podunk town and that you're just another nobody on the assembly line.
My store is the last place you should have thought about going into. We hold some of the finest pieces designed by expert craftsmen from all over the world. We're just as much of a gallery as we are a store. And I know that you don't even have enough money to afford touching one of those pieces. So the moment I saw your finger touch the metal of that necklace chain, I knew I had the green light to throw you out.
That doesn't even make any sense. Do you really still think that you were totally justified in doing that?
Justified? And just why would I have to even justify myself? If anything, I was doing you a favor by reminding you of your place.
No, look, I'm very aware that my parents don't own some huge corporation or anything. But they've owned that factory for years and have attracted skilled employees that have netted them loyal customers. I think it's an amazing success that you're only judging from the surface.
Oh, please. Don't you try and talk to me about skilled workers. Besides, they're probably just a bunch of old geezers who couldn't get a job doing anything else. It's less of a factory and more of a retirement home. And it's no wonder your business does so poorly if that's all you hire. They can barely even work.
Do not insult all the great employees that I work with at the factory.
I'm not insulting anyone. I'm just telling the truth, that's all. You're hiring people on death's door, and that's probably why your business is about to go under. And if your parents are running a store as stupidly as that, then I'm sure your sense of how things are going is even worse. But then again, your parents are poor too, so I guess there was never any point in expecting anything great from them. Hey, I saw you open my messages. They're all marked as read. Don't ignore me. You answer me right this second.
Why would I want to carry on a conversation with someone who's doing nothing but insulting me and the people that I care about?
I already told you that I'm not making fun of anyone or anything like that. I'm just telling you the truth about your situation.
Really? Because all you've been doing is calling my parents and I dumb and poor. And just what did we do to make you this mad at us anyways? Why do you hate us?
Oh, I don't hate you at all. It's more just like I think it would be better if you never existed.
Why would you say something like that?
I say it because ever since we were little, you've always had just the absolute worst taste in what was fancy and what wasn't. I remember in art class you'd always score way lower than me. And then in other classes, you would be making such a racket on the keyboard that I couldn't concentrate on anything at all. Plus, you were always doing all those stupid little brain teasers in class and were a total nerd. I've never met someone so nerdy, so weird, so brainy before in all my life. That's why I wish you never existed.
Are you kidding me? Is that really the reason you're going to give me?
What of it? You have a problem with any of what I just said? When I saw you come into my store today in those shabby clothes, it brought back years of resentment towards you. That's why I ended up kicking you hard when I did throw you out of the store. I guess I just let my anger get the better of me. But you were the one who was totally underdressed for my store. You were the one who should have known better.
I don't know why you insist on talking down to me as if I was the same person from high school. In fact, I bet that I have a much nicer standard of living than you can even imagine.
You don't have to lie to me, you know. I know who you really are deep down. For example, knowing you, I bet you couldn't even hack it in your parents' factory. You probably found some way to work from home and you've been doing that ever since, just so that way you don't have to go outside. So maybe you should think about just who it is you're talking to before you open your poor ignorant mouth.
What is even the point of talking to you if you're going to spin every little thing that I say into another way to call me poor? Besides, I'll have you know that the clothes I was wearing today were designed by my sister who works in the fashion industry. I really don't think a poor person could have afforded the outfit I had.
Are you trying to compare your sister to a real fashion designer? I remember your sister, and she was even more stupid than you. Not to mention she couldn't draw to save her life. Do you really expect me to believe that she's some bigwig fashionista or something? Your clothes looked about as poor as you are. And if they were handmade clothes from your sister, Then it explains why the material was so cheap and why it rips so easily. Or was that all part of your sister's design? Or maybe you're just lying about your sister and you actually stole those clothes. I wouldn't put it past you.
Are you kidding me right now? What is your deal, Emily?
What are you talking about? I don't have a deal, Millie.
Ugh, I'm seriously so sick of having to put up with you. What I was wearing was the first outfit that my sister ever designed and produced. I didn't steal anything. Besides, you were the one getting physical with potential customers before throwing them out. Well, just know that you're not going to get away with this. I'll report you.
And just who is going to listen to what some poor little nobody has to say, huh? You need to wake up and face reality, Millie. Nobody cares about what someone like you has to say about someone so far above them. Like, you should have never walked into my store today. And you certainly should have never tried to touch any of the merchandise. That's why I really had to kick you out. But if you're looking for someone to blame for all of that, you can only turn to yourself. It's so tiring having to explain over and over again to a stupid person about just how stupid they really are. And the fact that you didn't know you were going to be thrown out for what you did just proves to me how stupid you really are. If only you were just a little bit smarter, then I wouldn't have to waste so much time repeating myself to you.
Except you do realize that one of the customers you threw out was a CEO, don't you?
Are you still trying to scare me? I don't know if I'd call this owner of some crappy little country factory a CEO. It's about as truthful as saying that your sister is a fashion designer. You're just a weird, nerdy little shut-in who doesn't know anything about the real world.
You can say that all you'd like, but I know that family is full of people who are way better people than you. And not that money matters for every little thing, but my family is not poor. In fact, I think it's fair to say that we're actually quite wealthy, actually. My parents work really hard to run their business and even managed to send both my sister and I to college. And thanks to all the support from them, my sister was able to pursue her dream of being a fashion designer. She always used to keep herself up so late throughout the night working on her designs that it's clear she had real talent for it. And maybe I don't have as clear a vision as my sister, what I'd like to do for the rest of my life, but I have skills too. It's true that you were always better at art than me and did have a sharper eye for aesthetics, but that's why I'm more than happy to step back and cheer my sister on. Not only that, but every single employee that works for my parents is a skilled and experienced veteran of their craft who all have my respect for what they do. And yet, you have the gall to insult every single person in this world that I have respect for. I won't forgive you for this. I'll make you pay, Emily.
All I'm hearing are the empty threats of a sore loser who knows that the words are going to be the only thing they'll have to use against someone so much better than them. Millie! I can't believe you would trick me the way that you did!
What is it now, Emily? What could you possibly want to talk to me about now?
Don't you try and play dumb with me, Millie! I had no idea you were getting part of the ring collection from your mom's workshop! And why would you and your mom dress up as poor people to visit my store? You totally had me fooled! It's as if you were trying to get yourselves kicked out because you knew that I would get in trouble for it. And now I am getting in trouble! I heard your mom is canceling her contract with our store! Well, you'd better tell her to knock it off!
And just who do you think you are to tell my mom what to do when you keep looking down on us like this?
But it isn't fair! You two tricked me! If I knew who your mom really was, then I would have never treated you two the way that I did. I thought she just ran some tiny little place out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, you're right about that. It is a small place and it's quite remote. The building looks quite shabby and run down from the outside, and it's true that most of the staff are stubborn old people. But they're also all imbued with pride and experience for their craft that shines through in every single piece that they produce. You said so yourself, that your store only takes some of the best works from some of the world's leading jewelers. Well, I'm proud to say that my mom's workshop has many of those people working in it. And yes, you insisted on continuing to insult my family's work and referring to the place as an old folks' home rather than a business. Well, all it took was me mentioning all that you said to my mom, all that you said to her about her staff, for her to decide that she didn't want to do business with your store anymore.
But I was only being honest. I mean, you said so yourself. It's all old people there.
It's because you can't get over your age that my mom is choosing to end doing any business with you. And even if you weren't constantly putting down the staff that she cares about so much, you still threw out the owner of one of your partners from the store. So of course it's natural that that person wouldn't want to do any more business with you. And until you admit what you did was wrong and apologize for it, you're not going to be seeing any more pieces from my mom's workshop. I'm afraid that these people are quite set in their ways and won't budge when it comes to this.
Do you really think I'd fold for you all so easily? You think you're the only jewelers in the world? I'll just find people who do what your workshop does, but for cheaper. It's time for all those geezers to go into retirement and for a new generation of artists to step forward. So if me doing this drives them to work less, so be it. We just got a new company president, and she's always talking about driving our business in a new direction. So if you really thought that you could take us down just like that, you're sorely mistaken. Besides, the store security cameras never caught me kicking you out, so there's no real proof that it happened. No one is ever going to believe you about any of this.
I don't care about any of that. I was just letting you know why my mom made the decision that she did. She also wanted me to tell you that you've made a powerful enemy with us and that you have no idea what's coming your way. You know, I rarely see my mom get this mad. Normally, she's just a patient, kind woman.
Well, good luck punishing me for anything when you don't have any evidence of it. It'll just be your word against mine, and then I'll win. Hello. I'm not quite sure what to do in this sort of situation, but my boss gave me this phone number and told me to call you. I was in the middle of work and was told that I would need to apologize to you, but I'm not even sure who you are, so what do I need to apologize to you about?
Oh, I take it you must be Emily. Well, I happen to be the one who called your boss to report the incident that happened when I tried going into your store the other day.
But I don't get it. I've never seen my boss this panicked before. She wouldn't even listen to what I was trying to tell her.
And yes, I assume I still haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Julia. I assume just from that you've heard of me, right?
Wait a second. You mean Julia? As in that Julia? As in the world-famous jeweler and trendsetter Julia?
Well, I prefer to just think of myself as a jeweler and designer, but yes, I suppose those other words do apply to me as well. If you'd like, I can stop by and bring you my business card if you don't believe me.
I am so sorry. I had no idea that my boss had given me the phone number for the Julia. It's truly an honor. And I would also just like to say how sorry I am for the misunderstanding between us yesterday.
Well, while I do appreciate the apology, I'm more curious about why you thought it was okay to treat two potential customers the way you did in the first place.
I'm really sorry. It was really just a big mix-up. I truly had no idea who you were. And I had never treated any customer before you in that manner. I swear it was just a freak accident.
But that's a lie, isn't it? There was another time when you threw customers out before this. Does the name Millie ring any bells?
Oh, did you hear about Millie from my boss? Well, you see, we've actually been friends since we were young, so I didn't think she was really there to be a customer. And she was wearing horrible clothes and just didn't look like she belonged in the store at all. Not only that, but she was about to put her grubby hands all over your jewelry. And your pieces have always been my favorite, so I was just trying to keep them clean for the real customers. I just didn't want someone like Millie leaving any smudges or scratches to our valuable pieces.
I see, so that's your version of events then, is it? Well, I suppose that settles it then. From this day on, I no longer am going to do any business with your store.
Wait, hold on. Julia, you can't be serious.
Of course I am. You disrespected someone that I have great admiration for. I simply can't do business with people who treat others like that.
You don't mean to say that you have a great admiration for Millie, right?
Of course I do. You might not know this, but Millie happens to be my older sister.
Wait a second. You mean you're the same Julia that could barely even draw when she was little?
That's right, and I understand from Millie that you had some very strong opinions about me. Although you weren't entirely wrong, it's true that I struggled in my first art classes, and many of my past designs were rejected when I submitted them. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to stand up for my little sister. She may not have the mind of an artist, but when it comes to math, she's one of the brightest people that I've ever seen. And she does things I never even knew you could do on a laptop. I'm sure that the day is going to come when even I get jealous of her success. But I just use those feelings to help push myself further into my artwork. One of my latest ideas has very much been a back-to-basics approach. I looked over some of my oldest designs from when I was in high school, and the rich mix of colors and patterns brought back a deep sense of nostalgia for me. I've been looking for something unique and revolutionary, and when I created a test piece and gave it to my sister to wear, she was overjoyed with it. Call it childish, but I knew that if my big sister liked it, that meant it was good. And yet, you not only insulted and disrespected my sister, but you also ripped my new design. I can't forgive you for any of that.
But wait, you can't cancel your contract with us because of that. That was personal and this is business.
I've been thinking about a lot lately. I don't want to think personal feelings should get in the way of business. And I know that losing this contract is going to affect my mom's business too. But my mom stood by me and told me that I needed to make the decisions that would allow me to sleep at night. It also helped that she was furious with you. More angry than I've ever seen her before, to be honest.
Wait, Julia, please, surely we could talk this out. I think we can both see that this is just one huge mistake, right? I had no idea about any of this.
It's far too late to try and apologize for this now.
But I really am sorry. You have to believe me. Please don't cancel your contract. I'm begging you.
I've already made up my mind, but you can only blame yourself for this.
But you don't want to do this. It'll hurt your reputation if you want to work with any other stores, and you'll still have to pay out your end for breaking the contract. Not to mention that your sister could be seen as committing fraud. I mean, she came into my store dressed in a ridiculous outfit and hid who her family was. She baited me into acting the way I did. That's a crime. You wouldn't want anything to fall on your sister, would you?
Are you threatening my sister with a lawsuit? Give it your best shot, but I know that you don't have a chance at winning against us.
Millie? Are you there? Please, you have to talk to your sister for me. She's taking this way too far, and now everyone is blaming me for losing the Julia contract.
I mean, that would probably be because it's all your fault that Julia wanted to stop working with your store, right?
Of course it isn't my fault. It's all yours and your sister's fault, and now our business is falling apart. Not only that, but I'm being served with a fine from my company for damaging potential profit. They're going to fire me and sue me for the trouble that they think I caused them. But I didn't even do anything wrong. This is all your fault. You tricked me and caused all this to happen. You have to pay me the money I need to get out of this. You did this to me.
Oh, Emily, so sorry I didn't get back to you. I read all your messages, but I'm just really busy with more important things right now.
Don't you lie to me, you little shut-in. I know that you're just buying time for yourself.
I really don't have any need to do that, though. I mean, you've already been fired, and your job is charging you for the damages you caused. Not to mention the lawsuit you're getting from me after you literally kicked me out.
But you can't do that. By the time this is all over, I'm going to end up owing people over $100,000.
Oh, right. That's quite a large sum, isn't it? Oh well, you'll still have to pay it. After all, someone needs to accept responsibility for all that's happened.
This isn't fair. I don't have that kind of money. I am not a CEO or something like that.
I guess sometimes I forget normal people can't pay those kinds of fees.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, you remember how I always used to be good with numbers in high school, right? Well, I took those skills and honed them over the years as I learned about the stock market. So yes, I do work from home. But only as an incredibly successful day trader.
So you just invest money for a living?
Pretty much, yes. The rest of my family all took over artistically creative paths, but I ended up going into the numbers route. We all stick by each other and help each other out when we need it.
But why didn't you ever tell me any of this before now?
Why do you think you're entitled to every single detail about my private life after the way you've treated me?
No. This isn't fair. I'm better than you. I'm not supposed to lose to you. Please. You need to pay off all my debt for me. I know you have the money for it now.
Emily, that's just not going to happen. But good luck with everything. See ya. After that, Emily ended up with a ton of debt thanks to all of her legal fees. Had no choice but to take whatever jobs were immediately available to her to begin paying them down. Since she had a criminal record after my lawsuit against her, however, the only places that would hire her were factories with lots of manual labor. Hearing that she had been fired, my sister decided to begin producing jewelry for the store Emily had previously worked at, much to the relief of the employees under my mom. As for me, I went back to working as normal, investing money and earning a living that way. It's true that I don't meet many people through my work, but I also have more than enough leeway to take a break and spend time with my family if I want. I feel so lucky to have such a tight-knit unit that will always stand up for each other when there's trouble. I may have chosen a different path than the rest of my family, but it hasn't stopped us from being a family one bit. And finally, as for Emily, I only hope that if she ever managed to claw her way out of all that debt, that she'll learn not to judge people based on their appearance.